Now I'm going to be selling this property at 300 South Sequoia Road. The trustee sale number 05329. Is there anyone here who wishes to qualify to bid?
May I ask what happens to that property now if no one bids on it? What happens to that property if no one bids on it?
In this case, well, wait till I'm finished, because maybe you'll understand that. No, I'm not chastising. I'm just saying the answer will come out in the process. So, and then I'll answer that question, what happens in other cases, if you wish, afterwards. The following is information for prospective bidders and applies to all sales. We must know that you have enough money to cover any bids you make before you make that bid. Any bid that you make is irrevocable and cannot be withdrawn. Your bid will be canceled only by a higher bid or a postponement. The first bid must be higher than the opening bid, and I will sell the property to the last and highest bidder. I will not pronounce the property sold until I have the funds in hand. This is a trustee sale of Marin Conveyancing Corporation's trustee sale number 05329 under a deed of trust dated December 6, 2004, executed by Nicholas Hoff as trustor, and it was recorded on December 14, 2004 as instrument number 2004-0087993, covering property more fully described in said deed of trust. The sale, the common designation is purported to be 300 South Sequoia Road in Boulder Creek. The sale of this property is being made on an as-is basis without covenant or warranty, express or implied, regarding title, condition, possession, or encumbrances. I've been authorized to place an opening bid on behalf of the beneficiary in the amount of $254,754.69. And now, on behalf of the holder of a second, which is Countrywide Bank, I will bid the amount of $1 more than that, which is $254,755.69. Now, are there any further bids? The second time, the holder of the second, Countrywide, bids $254,755.69. Are there any further bids? For the third and final time, Countrywide Bank bids $254,755.69. Are there any further bids? There being no further bids, the property is sold to Countrywide Bank for $254,755.69. All right, now, in this case, nobody else bids over to them. If they hadn't been doing that, it had been just that, then it would have gone back to the beneficiary. I would have announced it sold to the beneficiary for their opening bid. Okay?
But you mentioned there was a second and there's also a first?
The first is the one which I just foreclosed.
And what about the second?
The second, the holder of the second bid $1 more than the opening bid. So now the holder of the second is the owner of the property. They got one scheduled for Tuesday, so I don't know what's...
So if I'd come up here with $257,000 in a cashier's check, I could have just bought that house, is what you're saying, no?
There's a second
As I
on it.
announced, the second, I bid on behalf of the second, and I was going to bid up to almost $320,000. If anybody else had bid, I would have been bidding on that.
Got it. Now I have another question. You said you must be prepared to pay, so what, I have to have that much in a suitcase in cash, or?
Hopefully not. Some people do that, and it gets me really irritated.
You need a cashier's check?
Preferably, yes.
So, but
because if you come here with cash, and one guy did that, he had cargo pants and pockets. He had $85,000 and $87,000, and I had to count all of it. It was in Salinas. But here are all these people, and they got, the courts are there, and they've got chain gangs going in and out of there, and all their friends are around. So now, if he wins the bid, I've got to take that money and convert a cashier's check, and somebody's going to see me going out of there with that cash. Fortunately, he didn't win the bidding that time, and he had to go out of there with that cash, and so it's kind of a jeopardy kind of thing, and I don't wish to be part of that.
So now, now if I was a bidding against Countrywide, and I came down there, and how do I know how many cashier's checks to bring? I mean, what do I do? I mean, like, do I have like 10 minutes?
But most of the time, most people who do it on a regular basis will bring a cashier's check in the amount close to what this is, plus additional increments of 10 or 20, 100,000.
So they'll bring multiple cashier's checks.
Right, made out to themselves and endorsed them over. And if in this case, if I'd bid it up to 320, you were willing to pay 325, and you have 350,000 in checks, you give me whatever combination would come closest and over the amount that you did.
Got it. Okay, now I understand. Wonderful.
Good.
Thank you very much, sir.